Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello-y, my name is Loey, and we are diving back into the scary side of TikTok in today's video, but we're not just watching any old spooky TikToks. Because together, we're gonna go down 6 creepy rabbit holes that have either gone viral recently or that I just take quite an interest in, and see if we can't get to the bottom of these mysteries together. Some of them are paranormal, some of them are just flat out weird. I've missed you guys terribly. It is so wonderful to be back with you. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank our sponsor, HelloFresh. This time of year, I know we're all so busy and I always have the best intentions of meal prepping, but what ends up happening is I go to the grocery store, I stand in the aisles, and I literally have no idea what I want to eat or what to buy. And with HelloFresh, I'm saving all of that time and confusion and getting the ingredients sent right to my door that I need to cook their incredible meals. And let me tell you, they have a huge menu, like 100 plus recipe options per week. HelloFresh has doubled its menu size. I think a big reason sometimes that I'll turn to takeout is just a lack of planning, and with HelloFresh I can choose from a variety of meals on their site depending on my own personal nutrition goals, what I'm interested in eating that week, and so much more. I recently cooked these vegan sweet potato, black bean, and kale tacos, and I've never really thought of myself as the best cook, but with HelloFresh their recipes are literally foolproof. And honestly, as a long-term customer of HelloFresh who has used it in the past, I have to say their menu options now have only gotten better. They pre-portion out all of the ingredients that you need, leading to less waste, less food confusion, and more delicious meal options that you are gonna love. So if you wanna give HelloFresh a try, you can get up to 10 free meals on your first box when you go to HelloFresh.com and use code LoeyFM. Free meals applied as discount on first box, new subscribers only, varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals and free shipping. Just go to HelloFresh.com with code LoeyFM. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and now let's get into these spooky videos together. One final note before we get into these videos, I swear, I've seen so many of you tag me in your YouTube recapped, and so many of you have spent just such a large part of your year watching my videos, and that means a lot because I know there has been literally no upload schedule, no rhyme or reason when videos are going up. I've disappeared for weeks or months at a time, and the fact that you guys are still here supporting me means the absolute world. I mentioned this on my community tab, but it's genuinely been one of the hardest years of my entire life. There's been a lot of loss, a lot of illness in my family, and it just means the world that I still have this like lovely, cozy space to come and hang out with you guys and talk about the things that go bump in the night. And yeah, just thank you for being so patient with me this year. 2026 will be smoother sailing, I swear, but thank you. And now let's go down these TikTok rabbit holes together. Also, everybody send your well wishes to Miss Gigi. She is down to 3 teeth in her entire mouth. So if you hear her purring throughout the video or see her tail or hair flying anywhere, she's just in my lap. I feel like we've all been in the place that TikToker Camryn.bryant has been in recently, where it almost feels like you're being watched by somebody. Maybe you look behind the shower curtain before you can go to the bathroom, or you need to check the basement with a flashlight to make sure there's no one hiding down there. Hers goes a bit deeper though, because in this viral video captioned POV, you're convinced people live in your attic, things get a little spooky.
There's what looks like puke in my bathtub right now. I didn't do that, and my girlfriend didn't do that. I'm convinced there's people living in my attic. I'm not even kidding you right now. Like, we're about to go up there and go check it out. The way I'm actually scared, and I'm not really joking with you, and the way I've never been up there, but since we moved in, it's been like cracked when we leave, and like I told my girlfriend, I was like, bet there's people living in our attic. Like, I'm so scared. I'm coming in. I've got a weapon.
And looking in this attic, I mean, that thing is pitch freaking black, okay? That is absolutely terrifying. I live in a pretty old house and I have one of those like pull down attic doors. And I have been up there a grand total of 1 time because it is so dark, so spooky. The ladder is like all rickety and broken.
I'm so scared. It's giving hereditary. I'm not doing it. Nope. I feel like I have to check. I can't even see! Wait, does this turn on the attic too? There's a light up in there. I'm gonna bop him with the case of Dr. Pepper. Hey! So scared! There's dust coming out of it! I feel like there's something up there!
As As the video goes on, of course, she is super freaked out, but she captions this, "I'm so serious. I've never been up here and I'm terrified. We've only lived here a few months and there's been weird signs that someone has been walking in my home when I'm not home." And this video is sitting at a whopping 9.5 million views. So the people were incredibly invested. I think because this is like everyone's worst fear. Someone living in your home or someone existing in your space when you have no idea that they've been there. I mean, I feel like frogging is a huge topic of conversation, which is where somebody is living in your home or in a space that like you reside around, like say like a shed or a guest house or something like that. And yeah, it's just a lot of people's like worst fears. So in a follow-up, Camryn and her girlfriend, who has come home to save the day, end up exploring the attic together. Well, kinda.
Not me, literally shaking, scared. Girlfriend is home. We're gonna open the attic, you guys. Okay, so update, there's a bobby pin that we put in here to like, a bobby pin? Because I didn't know when I was gonna open it again. So we put the bobby pin in here and like, if I open it, it's gonna like fall. So I'm like, if someone's in there, we can see the bobby pin. Anyways.
That's actually really smart. That's wait. What if I go up there and it's open? The Dr. Pepper. What if it's like
that's what we said, we're gonna hear whoosh.
Alright, let's go.
Thanks, I'm joking.
Nothing fell out. Nothing fell out.
There it goes.
Oh, okay.
Don't you?
Alright, watch your head. Let me get up there.
Please don't just go for it. I'm like shaking, I'm scared. The Dr. Pepper's right there. Like, I'm gonna like go behind you though, just in case like there like literally isn't a man more.
I wanted to say that the bobby pin idea, the Dr. Pepper, all of that is really smart because yeah, like you would know if someone had moved those things. And it's not a space where like pets would be or anyone would be walking around. So yeah, if something is moved, it's either a ghost or a person.
Oh God!
Katie!
Just kidding.
That's not funny.
Oh, what is that?
Stop.
What is that?
Is the Dr. Pepper
Smelling
still?
that?
You don't smell anything weird up there, do you?
Well, the light doesn't work, so that's the thing.
Yeah, I know, and then that chain's broken too, which is weird. Well, I guess we're in the clear.
Yeah, there's nothing in here.
Okay.
Maybe they... Oh God, there's a hole back there.
Are you being so serious?
No.
It's not funny. Okay, can you not go in there more? Like, why do you need to go in there more?
Well, because you gotta see what's in here.
We don't.
There actually is a huge hole over here.
Are you being so serious?
Yeah.
As they explore the attic, it's all mostly just kind of laughs and like, okay, there's nothing up here, sort of a sigh of relief. It's just a dusty old attic and no one is there. However, the part where I found this really concerning was that in the following video, while she's answering a few people's questions about the door behind her in previous videos, Camryn realizes that the bobby pin, in fact, has moved.
We didn't even think about checking behind the door last night, but I'm gonna just check for y'all on camera right now so you can see what's back there, since everybody is asking. Also, I think it's a wise idea for us to check the Dr. Pepper can, because I'm still not fully convinced that, like, there may not actually be somebody up there. We just kind of, like, glanced. This is what's in here. I think it's the heater or something. But there's no room for anybody to hide in this. Our bobby pin is gonna fall out. So I won't scream if something falls. Is it still there? Okay, it's still there. Okay. There's no bobby pin though. No. Haiti, there's no bobby pin, bro.
Now, this turns into an entire saga where Camryn kind of explores the possibility of the house being haunted, and there are a ton of videos. You can go watch the whole thing over on her account, but the last one I wanted to talk about in particular, you know, she did a couple of tests here, some with like varying degrees of results, like, you know, the bobby pin was gone when she opened it again. You know, a bobby pin's pretty small, so maybe that just happened naturally. However, she does another test where she leaves a Dr. Pepper up in the attic. And lo and behold, she realizes that the Dr. Pepper can has moved.
This is the only flashlight I have, and it sucks, you guys, and I'm terrified of my attic, and my girlfriend is getting ready for work, and we're gonna just check really quick and see if the Dr. Pepper fell over yesterday when I opened the attic and slammed it shut, because I was scared because the little bobby pin was gone too. So like, yeah. I don't know, is there a ghost? Am I just delusional? I'm not really sure, but we're gonna see if this Dr. Pepper is literally not laying there. Like, there's actually no other option than to call the authorities because, like, how do we explain that? Okay, I'm sending the phone up. Like, please tell me the Dr. Pepper is there. Like, please tell me. Right, that's enough of that for the day.
Now, if you're asking for my opinion, I think that number one, this was phenomenal storytelling. People were so hooked in on this. But also number two, I fully believe that this person was genuinely frightened throughout this entire experience and may still be. But if I were gonna lean in any direction, I would guess more towards paranormal than someone actually frogging. It doesn't look like there's really any signs of life in the attic. Like, it is weird that these tests keep having like varying degrees of success. There's one where she tapes the door closed and it stayed taped, so you know, that one was good. But then the bobby pin going missing and the Dr. Pepper can moving, like maybe it fell over. But it is one of the most viral situations on TikTok right now. Like, I swear to you, the scary side of TikTok recently at least has really been blowing up. When you guys tag me in videos, I will go to, you know, check them out. And, you know, obviously I watch them of all varying degrees of viewership. There are some videos that I end up putting in these like compilations that have literally 5 likes, but then there are other ones that I will look and I'll be like, damn, that's 3 million views. So yeah, wishing her and her household the best, but I do think that if this one is anything, I would lean towards paranormal. Crazy, after all this time of like getting a little bit skeptical with the paranormal and starting to debunk paranormal videos and stuff, I didn't think I would go in the opposite direction of almost debunking like real people to say something is haunted. Okay, in the next rabbit hole, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm having like some crazy deja vu on. I don't know if we watched this in like a live stream once upon a time, but it was posted kind of recently, and I know I haven't made that many videos recently. In particular, not my usual scary side of TikTok videos. Like, we've definitely been trying out some different things. So I don't know if I told you about this in my head. I don't know if I've talked about this situation before, but it's creepy enough that even if I have mentioned it or we've gone over it, it is worthy of a refresher. Have you heard about the little girl with an imaginary friend named Steve?
Wait, what do you want to show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
It's not abnormal for children to have imaginary friends. However, for a TikToker named Ahmad, his little sister's imaginary friend seems to be something much stranger.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
Your imaginary friend.
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve. You've got a best friend that looks like this.
In an image drawn by his sister, you can see the happy family. Mom, dad, and then someone named Steve, who the little girl says is her very best friend. To the people who want an update from his sister, he says, I have not talked to that child since the day that I got this drawing, okay? That is spooky.
Now I'm in a predicament. Her eyes, this thing is a real thing. First part is me and my other siblings don't exist in this drawing. It's just my dad, my mum, her, and Steve. What does this mean for us? We want an update from your sister. We want an update from your sister. Since that day, I have not talked to that feral being. Made sure to keep myself far away from her till I decide the next steps. I don't think even my mum has seen this. Actually, I'm gonna get my mum's reaction.
But he does talk to his mother about it, and she reveals something terrifying.
Mama.
Yeah?
Have you seen that picture of the imaginary friend?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
There's Margaret and there's Steve.
There's another one. There's a Margaret as well.
There's Margaret and there's Steve. There's 2. Have you not met them yet?
It costs him all of his bravery, but our poster ends up asking his sister about Margaret as well, and of course, she decides to do a very thoughtful little art rendering.
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. But she's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
If you want a Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve.
Really big fan of the way that Margaret has just a million eyeballs and like a little mouth in her stomach, and yeah, Yeah, just what a happy little family this is. Despite saying he would never do a part 4 to the Steve series, Ahmad does post one last time, at least at the time of filming this, about our friend Steve. And this time, we're not just seeing a drawing on the page.
Wait, what do you want to show me?
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve is ready to meet you.
He's ready to meet me.
Yeah, look.
What is this? Where did you get this from?
He's always been here.
He's always been here. No, but where did you actually get this from? Just look at it. Can you go get the drawings, please?
Yeah.
That's Steve, and you've got the life-size version here. Wait, so where did you genuinely get this teddy from?
He's not a teddy. He's my best friend.
Okay, fine. Your best friend, where did you get this thing from?
He's always been here.
So you're telling me the same Steve that was eating me alive and has me like that, with my eyes crossed out, has always been here?
Yeah, he's always been here.
Listen, my eyesight and my hearing, from what I know, is not that bad. Just look at it. Where did you get this from?
Yeah, so Steve is like this very creepy little plushie thing. I don't know if Steve existed in that form before this. I don't know if he was made after the whole thing kind of went viral. Where this cursed toy has come from, I don't know. Ahmad doesn't seem to know either, but it is truly a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, by the way, Margaret doesn't like you anymore.
Margaret doesn't like me anymore either.
No.
So the imaginary friend that liked me before doesn't like me anymore.
No, he doesn't like you anymore.
It's a he.
Yeah, it's a he.
Margaret's a he. What is... Listen, I have to leave you. I'm sorry, but I don't think we can actually be siblings anymore. Because this is all getting too much for me. Like, where this thing's come from, I've got no idea.
I have finally realized why Steve is so very familiar. Yes, we did indeed watch this on a live stream and a Nuke's Top 5 video. It was one of my most recent streams, which explains why it's fresh on my mind. But as you have probably already guessed, I have taken a pretty big break from streaming. I've had a lot of anxiety recently, and it's a bit easier for me to do things that feel very familiar to me, like making videos. Streaming for me is still very fun, but it's kind of something new, even still after all these years. So that's why I've been away from it for a bit, just sort of getting my anxiety back under control. But that explains why it was so very familiar to me. And in that live, I think I said this, the drawings are so intricate and so like creepy and exaggerated. Like, would I be surprised if a kid actually did this? No, but I also do kind of wonder if it was a setup at least a little bit, you know? This guy is a very entertaining content creator who has been quite successful online. It wouldn't surprise me for sure, but it makes for a really creepy story. And I feel like so often these like kids creepy drawings with disturbing backstories, like I feel like those are so often the videos I see go so viral. So I think it does make sense. I wonder if the plushie is for sale. I didn't see anything about it, but I would assume that's how the plushie came to be. To be honest with you, I'm just kind of relieved I finally figured out why I'm having such a bad deja vu with Mr. Steve, because I was starting to wonder if Steve had like come into my dreams or something. I'll do this thing where whenever I'm like going through my tags and seeing what you guys have like tagged me in terms of scary videos and stuff, where I will think about something. I'll think about, you know, what do I want to put this in? I'll download it. And then sometimes it just gets lost in the shuffle because I post videos quite often, at least I try to. But hot off the heels of that creepy Steve doll, let's talk about a supposedly quite real haunted doll that people are buying on Amazon. That's right, today we are finally talking about this bizarre phenomena where people, like multiple people now, have bought this exact same Halloween prop doll on a swing and had strange paranormal happenings around it. Our first poster is Arikaharrington, who bought the doll as, you know, like a creepy little prop, only to realize that the doll was like moving and swaying in the wind when there was no wind at all.
I bought her on Amazon 2 nights in a row. She slowly turned around to look at me as I walked outside, walking to my car. And when I got inside of my car, she would turn back around. So I wanted to play this video, and as you can see, it is windy out right now. Not too windy, but windy. On the first 2 nights, there was no wind. It was not windy at all. But if you can see right here, you see how she's turning around? Okay, that's normal because of the wind. But hold up, look at her. She's turning back around. Why are you stopping right there to look at me? I don't play that. It's time for her to go.
And what was strange about this is that the doll almost seemed to turn towards Arika as if to stare at her while she was recording, and then it just stopped. You know, she posts a follow-up, and like in this video, there is indeed wind, so you can kind of see how the doll moves. And I don't want to discount that, like, this is a Halloween prop made to move like that, but the way that this one acts really freaks our poster out.
I want to show this video. This was this morning of the doll as I was leaving out. Yesterday when I left out, the same thing happened. However, the doll was looking pretty much from the time I was walking to the car, backing up, and then pulling out on the street. The doll looked and turned and kept looking. But it seemed like, even though it's super windy, it seems, I just don't understand how the doll stand, like, it's still, it will stay still enough just to like look, like right there. I get it's windy, but it's like the doll stops and look, and it's gonna do it again. And this is what freaks me out. So when I came home today, and I'll show you the next video, the doll is no longer up above the garage. I don't know if the wind blew the doll down. The doll is now in my garden, laying down.
And strangely, the doll ends up on the ground as if it has been knocked down from where it was hung up. Now, there were some pretty strong winds in that last video. Like, you could totally hear the sound of the wind. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was just, you know, knocked over. But there is more to this, I promise you. This is not the only person experiencing kind of creepy stuff with this weird little doll. She ends up taking the doll after this and kind of like putting her on the porch, just sitting her in a chair.
So someone in the comments is getting the doll. Just gonna keep it here for now. All right.
Well, shortly after this, a set of photos is posted with the caption, "She moved." When I left this morning, she was laying exactly how I had her from the video yesterday, sitting on the chair. My daughter confirmed she was laying how I left her around 2:50 p.m. when she got home from school today. My daughter told me that she heard 2 loud bangs on the front door, sounding like metal hitting. She looked outside and didn't see anyone. I got home around 6:30 p.m. and saw her laying like the pictures I just posted. Her dress is completely tucked under her and she's leaning the opposite way. I got a notification from my Ring camera basically that a person was appearing on my porch. When I look at the video, I see no one. My garage door just opened by itself as I was typing this. Either I am going completely insane or this is really real. Tomorrow I am seeking a priest or pastor to come out to the home. She is now in the trunk of my husband's car. I am so scared that we may experience more things. Now, where this story ended up is that the poster got the doll back to Amazon. She said, "I want nothing to do with this, place to return. The doll is gone." And as far as I understand it, no further paranormal things happened. But for me, this story went from, okay, you know, it's a Halloween prop, it's made to swing in the wind, maybe this really is explainable, to what in the world is going on here? If the doll had just sort of crumbled in the chair, you know, I would understand that. But all of the other things in addition to that, like the person seen on the Ring camera who wasn't actually there, like the 2 loud bangs and then the doll flops down, the garage door opening on its own, it just seems really odd. And it doesn't stop there, because I realized in the comment section of one of these videos that somebody had said there is another poster who has the exact same doll and is also experiencing paranormal things. That poster is Bonnie Egg 50, who captioned this video, "There's no wind, and no, I don't have a motor attached." And we know that because we've seen the doll pretty up close in those previous videos from our other poster, Arika. I know the doll is kind of like on the exterior of this porch, but you can see there's actually another like swinging, hanging Halloween prop there, and it's not moving at all. And in the next video, Bonnie gives us a close-up of the doll.
Okay, for those of you asking, here she is. Right here. Now I'm standing outside. I can say there is very slight wind. There is no motor attached. None. It's a piece of yarn. Actually, I added that yarn because that rope originally had busted. This is her close up. Right here. Her doll. This is the other doll. The back. That one's attached like that because she's a little slightly heavier. She's this is her.
Where I land on this one is somewhere in the middle of understanding that this is a prop that is made to move and like maybe made to move with very, very little effort. You know, it might be like a very lightweight thing. It certainly looks like a very lightweight object and it's hanging on this string and, you know, it's spinning in circles. But, you know, in our first posters video, the way it turned and just stopped to stare at her, the fact that there are multiple people experiencing the same thing with it, I don't know. I tried to get further to the bottom of it. I tried to find the doll. I can't really seem to track it down. Maybe it was just a Halloween prop sort of sold earlier this year. As you guys know, I'm pretty behind on the scary side of TikTok because I've had to take a bit of time off. But yeah, I land somewhere in the middle of knowing that this thing is like a commercially made item that probably is not haunted, but also I fully believe in the idea of haunted dolls and haunted items. I own multiple of those things. So like, I guess why not this thing straight out of the box from Amazon? Maybe someone was doing some creepy stuff with them. I really don't know. But since so many of you guys attacked me in this, I wanted to do the due diligence of going down the rabbit hole, and let me tell you, I was not disappointed. Like I said earlier, sometimes the virality of these scary side of TikTok videos surprises even me. And boy, did this post from Appalachiadecay go viral. Took this video to show my husband when he was at work, when I was hearing what I thought were rats in the basement. And as our poster takes us into the basement, wow, that is one heck of a door. The caption is "Love living in a 200-plus-year-old farmhouse. Still don't know what this is." Many people in this comment section were so proud of our poster for actually surviving the horror movie in this situation and getting the heck out of that basement. Like, good on you, girl. Took us down there. The second you heard a weird noise, you were out. However, this video ended up getting a whopping 53 million views. And so naturally, there were a couple of follow-ups. She doesn't go alone. She takes her cute, furry little friend down for moral support. This dog is maybe the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. But in response to a comment reading, "We need to see what's behind the door ASAP," she gives us this little tour.
All right, y'all. Back in the basement. My husband's not home yet, but I figured we'll get this door open, see what we're working with. Come on. So these are the steps that lead out. I don't know what that is, but if you look, it's been sealed from the inside and the outside. So I don't know.
Man, this house is real freaking creepy looking. I mean, just like the stairs leading up to the, what would that be, like a storm cellar door? Whatever it is, it's been sealed from the outside and the inside, so there should be no way that like wildlife can get in and out of this little area. I think seeing behind the door makes it so much stranger because it's just like this set of stairs, and the rest of the basement is no less creepy.
We're just gonna close this back up. And I'll take a second and show you guys the rest of the basement too. It looks a little bit more normal. There's our furnace. There is just the back of the basement. We had a wall here, but we took that down. There's another room back here with some old doors. So not really much to see back here. Definitely creepy, but I don't know. I don't know what happened with the door. We're not sure what that was. At this point, we're kind of thinking just raccoons. Maybe mouse, maybe rats. But yeah, this is the rest of the basement.
However, some people had noticed like something on these stairs that looked a little abnormal.
Back in the basement again. All right. A lot of you are asking, God, about on the steps. And a lot of you said it looked like a lot of different things. It's covered in spider webs. It's this. piece of wood, petrified, 1,000,000 years old. I don't feel great touching it. Oops. I'm gonna be honest with you, but that's all it is. Nothing crazy. We actually, when we moved in, we had a lot of pieces sitting up here, and I don't know why. There's a lot of just unexplained things at this house.
As it turns out, this basement is kind of just filled with odds and ends, which makes sense for a very old house. My house is half that age. It's like 100 years old, and there are just the weirdest things that I am still finding around it and in it to this day. That final update was back in the beginning of October, and our poster hasn't really showed anything else. And I think that tells me two things. Number one, that if it is still happening, it's so routine at this point, she doesn't need to make a million follow-ups. But also that number two, the fact that it's not dragging out any further than this tells me that this likely was not just a post to gain some notoriety and attention. This isn't a person who posts a ton. I don't think that this was like a hoax or anything, but I'm also not 100% sure if it is paranormal. It would not surprise me if it was paranormal just because of like how old the house is. And look at that basement. I mean, come on. If anywhere is going to be haunted, it would be that place. But much like the first rabbit hole we kind of went down, I'm very happy that this one does not seem to be a real person, because that is much scarier than a ghost. I like to have some variety in these videos for you guys, okay? I try to like categorize my scary side of TikTok videos as best as I can. You know, sometimes we're just going into like some odd scary TikToks together. Sometimes it's videos like this where I like to look at situations as a whole rather than individual videos. Sometimes we're doing glitch in the matrices and haunted videos and all of that, but these last two rabbit holes are a little out there, and I think you're just gonna have to stick with me. This first one comes from a TikToker named S'more Now, he seems to just be doing like a mukbang review type of video, but something happens very quickly that shows us that this is not just any old review.
Hello, he said. The taco and cheese taquito. Wow, just wow. Wow, this must be the best thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Post-game update. That sure was a scrumptious taquito.
I'm really into this bizarre mix of like analog horror meets just flat out brain rot. I think that it being incorporated into these food reviews is pretty funny and quite creative, and the other videos are much of the same.
Diablo chicken nacho fries.
Look at the presentation on this.
I made a mistake of wearing shoes in the snow.
This looks
amazing.
This has some Frank's
Yes.
red hot sauce in here, and I'm also not a fan of hot stuffs. So this could either
A little out of control.
make or break me.
Make or break me.
You gotta get a good one for the first one. This is good. It's not too hot, and it's not too cold.
Now, this doesn't seem like a situation of an ARG or any sort of storytelling to me. I think this is just sort of, I don't want to call it the gimmick, but the trick of these videos. These little food reviews with these creepy moments spliced in, and of course, then everyone is in the comments like, come again? What's going on with your TikTok? And it's really smart because there has been a lot, and I mean a lot, of glitching on TikTok. We're actually going to be talking about some of that in a future Glitch in the Matrix video that should be coming up for you guys sometime this month. It definitely seems intentional in terms of the timing, but a personal favorite video of mine from the account is the review of the pizza roll.
I'm gonna be reviewing,
Ready or not, here I come.
the pizza roll.
This thing is huge.
This is pure scrumptious. This is the size of my head.
Hello, everybody. Spoiler here.
How is this even possible?
This is worth it. Oh my gosh. This is a jackpot. You can make this your
Breakfast, your lunch, your dinner.
Who's in my house? Who's in my house? We're gonna open the door.
That's amazing though. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10, a million, 1 trillion, 1 billion.
No, get away. Get away now.
I think like half the fun of these rabbit hole videos is going into situations like this, like not really knowing what I'm gonna find, and then I watch like 50 food reviews with just analog horror odds and ends spliced in. You guys should definitely go check out his account. I mean, those videos are so fun, and it's definitely a good like pull to get the audience's attention. But I just gotta warn you, if you thought that was odd and maybe a bit much for you, you're gonna wanna buckle up for this next one. Because when somebody tags me in a video about a woman who finds a random pickle in her Christmas tree, except it's scary, you know, I'm gonna have to talk about it.
Okay, don't be mad, but I was feeling festive, so I put the Christmas tree up a little early. What the hell is that? What is that? Oh my god. Babe, did you put a pickle in the Christmas tree? What the hell? I took this straight out of the box. There's an ornament, but how did a pickle... Babe, where is the pickle? I just put it right here. There was a pickle right here. Where did it go?
So someone's playing a prank on her, clearly. I mean, where did the pickle in the Christmas tree come from? Is it the pickle of festive season? I don't really know. But unfortunately, or I guess fortunately in our circumstance, it doesn't stop there.
Yesterday, I found a pickle in my Christmas tree. I put it right here. Turned back around to look at the Christmas tree, turned back around, the pickle was gone. That freaked me out a little bit. I do have 3 dogs. There is a possibility the dog just grabbed the pickle. Okay. Today, I went out to get a package off my porch. There is a pickle on my porch. I don't know what's going on. People were saying yesterday that it's normal to have pickles in trees because it's like some sort of like Christmas tradition.
The pickle has made its grand return, but it is coming in with a bang because when she cuts it open, you're not ready.
This isn't an ornament. And yesterday, what the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
We have like bloody haunted pickle footage before Grand Theft Auto 6, and I mean, I just think that's crazy. And I know you're thinking what I'm thinking, which is, who is this pickle bandit? Is the pickle walking in on its own? Is it a sentient pickle? Is somebody playing a prank? Is it a family member? Is it someone living in the walls trying to make her slowly go crazy? Well, don't you worry, because there is more pickle content yet to come. Oh yes, there is.
Well, everybody, it is day 3 of being pranked. Or being haunted by a pickle. I don't know which. I have been harassing my family, my friends, and my boyfriend to figure out who's doing this. No one's owning up to it. I combed through 48 hours of camera footage on 3 different cameras. So one in the front, one on the side, one on the back. Nothing. There's nothing. I literally don't know about it. There's nothing in the Christmas tree today, thank God. There's nothing on the front porch, nothing on the back porch. And I'd like to keep it that way. Funny enough, I swear I smelled pickle when I woke up. Maybe I'm just traumatized. Maybe the smell is still lingering. No. But today I was gonna go to the post office and, what is that noise? What the
So as she's kind of like walking around the tree, she notices what looks like a trail of the red liquid leading to the front door. And when she follows that back to the Christmas tree, she realizes there is a package beside the tree.
Yeah, no, I'm white, but not that white. Fuck that. What the hell?
The pickle asks, why did you hurt me? And it's literally covered in toothpicks. I mean, at least this one isn't bleeding actively.
Oh. I'm not doing this today. You know, I get doing a prank, but why can't you just, like, lighthearted? Why does it have to be like this?
And she simply can't escape it because in the following video, what the heck did her security camera just catch? Just a floating pickle coming right to the door, baby. Now, I don't know if you guys were paying attention in the first video, but there was this very conveniently placed little coloring book in the beginning that the poster is about to reference again, because as it turns out, the pickle has an online presence as well.
So for those of you who don't know, I keep having bloody pickles show up around my house, and no, I'm not joking. I just released this coloring book like 2 weeks ago. I made a cryptid character myself called the Evil Pickle Man. I put him as like an Easter egg on mostly all the pages. This is also a puzzle book. I put a QR code in here that you scan that takes you to the answer key. Someone uploaded, I'll put it on the screen here. Someone uploaded a document that says a bunch of freaky shit about the Evil Pickle Man.
So she's created this coloring book, and as far as I understand it, with this QR code in the coloring book, it takes us to this warning page, restricted access, and stuff about the Pickle Man, last modified April 12th, 1955. The truth was never meant to be solved so easily. Each puzzle you completed has awakened something ancient, something brined in the depths long before your kind began to scribble answers. He is not a myth. We've lost track of him. Keep your fridges locked, jars sealed tight, and sleep lightly. This document will self-destruct in 10 seconds. So yeah, this is all marketing for her coloring book. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it totally worked, man. I'm not even like a coloring person like that. And I'm immediately like, yep, I do indeed need this coloring book because I too must know what's going on with the Pickle Man. Are there pickle crumbs in the book? I feel I must know, but I literally love when people do like advertising stuff like this. There's a whole saga on TikTok from this guy named Kyle Anthony. We watched a bit of it on stream, and I'm gonna do like a whole proper sit down video sometime. It's just a lot of footage to go through. He has one of the most viral haunted house stories on TikTok right now, and it's all sort of marketing for a book that he's writing. It's just fantastic, and it's so immersive, and like, I'm like, yeah, promote your product, get your money, and entertain the masses while you do it. I think that's the best way to go about it, and I am indeed intrigued. So that was pretty much the end of the account. There really hasn't been anything else posted, but I will have the entire like list of accounts that we mentioned today linked down below, so you guys can go and check out this coloring book if you feel so inclined. And for now, that is all I have for you. Those were 6 creepy TikTok rabbit holes that I wanted to go down with all of you, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have missed filming for you guys so terribly, and it is so nice to be back. It is so nice to kind of like be getting back into the rhythm of things. I know the month is half over, but you can expect more from me in the following weeks and getting into the new year as I kind of try to re-regulate my life and my nervous system. And yeah, I think that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go to give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A special thank you to my subscribers who are members of the channel. If you want to join the channel memberships and get extra members exclusive perks like members only videos and so much more, you can click that little join button somewhere around the screen. We would love to have you. And extra special thank you to my VIP loves for their continued and generous support of the channel. I love and appreciate you all very, very much. I love you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.